Hey there, this is Pamela DeVrou Smith. I am going to try something a little bit different. I've done this on Facebook, but not necessarily on YouTube. And so I do something that's called Share from My Journal. I have been doing journals since I was about 16 or 17 years old. And to be quite honest with you, I wrote in books, poetry, and thoughts since my earliest memory, since like 4 or 5 when I began to write. For a long time, I don't know if she still has it, but for a long time, my mom had a book of poetry of mine from when I was like 5 years old to 7 years old. I mean, how crazy is that, right? So, of course, I'm doing what I'm doing. I should have been doing it a lot sooner, and I have to some degree. And so I want to be able to share from my journal the thoughts and the growth that I've had through the years. A lot of you know, if you've been following me and you subscribed, you know that this is my current journal. This is a leather-bound, beautiful cherry blossom, very thick, gorgeous, thick. I'm all about that sensory of touch. So, you know, I'm a hugger. That's why I have so many kids, right? My kids have to kiss me and hug me every hello and every goodbye. That's just how it is. They all know it. My oldest right now is 29. He still does it. So anyway, I love that sensory of touch. And so I like to write in a physical journal. I have boxes and boxes of my journals from when I was young. And man, it's really cool to see how I thought back then versus during very difficult times and how I'm thinking now and the things that I've learned along the way. And so I want to share with you, I'm going to try and do this on a weekly basis. That's the goal, is to do this every week and then to give you your own bit of affirmations. And I'm not sure if I'm going to put them together, if they're going to be separate, but I want to be able to give you my thoughts from my journal. And so I'm just going to read. This is the journal from a couple years ago. And, I've been talking a lot about affirmations and connecting those with emotions to be able to really, really reprogram your mind. You have some programming to no fault of their own. Your parents and your family and your friends and your teachers did the absolute best that they could. They gave you what they had. However, some of what they had is not serving you. And so we need to recognize that, right? We need to recognize it. We need to thank those that have programmed us for all that they've done. And we need to thank God that He gave us a free will to reprogram a little bit better. So not just program, but reprogram. And so I want to be able to share with you why I do this. I do this on the daily. I listen to affirmations every single day. I do it as I'm getting ready for the day. I do it as I go to sleep. I do it when I'm working and doing other things. And so I just have them playing in the background many times. I recorded my own voice with a lot of these. And so I want to read to you about a couple different journal entries, but they go together, right? They were in the same week when I was working on this. So I wanted to share with you. So to change my destiny, I need to get clear on who I am and what moves me. I need to give myself permission to have, to enjoy, to gain power, and to be power. I am strength, and I need to tap into the values that I am. This takes courage. And I have in very big capital letters, integrity. Can you guys see that? Integrity. What is that? What is it that I feel when there's a shift or when I'm pressed to go against the core values I stand for? What I feel, the discord within, is a clue, a sign that I've stepped off of the path, my path. I need to learn to trust myself. Life is movement. Movement shapes us, directs us, molds us. And I put down, think of a river flowing and carving out its path through constant flow. Movement creates feeling, right? Emotions are energy in motion. See how these things go together? Where is your focus? What are you moving toward? And so then I put down some affirmations. I'm going to get back to that in a second. I want to read this part too, because they go together. So instinct. Be still and quiet enough in your life and in your heart to hear what God is whispering to your heart. Knowing who you are can be a daunting task. What makes us tick? What drives you? What do you lean on when all else fails? Where do you turn? Not what do you do? That's a very different question. Who are you? We are each made unique with our own personal stamp that was created within each of us. Our very own set of thinking patterns that we can and do call on at moment's notice. It's our strength, our gift, and if we don't discover it and use it, God's purpose for us to touch lives in the only way that we can is lost. They would never get to see God's glory through the uniqueness of you. I dare to be so bold as to say we each, yes, every single one of us, no two alike, were created to reflect a beautiful facet of God's glory and character. Think about it. If we go through our lives not realizing this unique beauty, then a sparkle that is God doesn't get to shine. We each are meant for so much more than a fizzled out hope of what could have been and forgotten dreams. We are meant to shine forth in all that we are created to be. That starts with knowing yourself, your own unique thinking patterns, your own personal stamp that is within. To discover it is to bring an awareness to yourself. Yes, to find out what makes you feel, love, and be. What drives you? When you find that natural spot, then everything we do, without saying a word, points to our beautiful Creator and brings Him joy. Step into all that God has created you to be, to live, to enjoy, to be, and to shine. Then you'll reflect His light toward others. Then they too will have permission to discover their own special sparkle. I love that, right? That just kind of came out when I was writing. And so then I have some affirmations that I wrote down about who I believe myself to be. I am beautiful. Again, I have a programming of that, right? I was taught at a very young age that I'm beautiful. And so what does beautiful mean to me? I'm beautiful inside and out. I love deeply, passionately, fully, with all of my heart. I care. I desire only the best for those I come into contact with. I am strong. I am strong and I can stand up for what's right no matter the odds or the cost to myself personally. I am flexible. I am willing to change circumstances to see the goal realized. I am able to flex personality to adjust without breaking who I am. I can adjust within my life quickly to meet the needs of the whole, God's bigger plan. I am positive. I believe in me, and I believe in others. I am capable of high achievement, and I can see where I want to go quickly. I am grateful. I am eternally thankful for all that God has blessed me with. His love flows to, in, and through me, and with it, the abundance of wealth that God is completely given to me. Thank you, Father, for all that you've done and directed me through, for all I've learned. What are your thoughts on that? What do you think that you are? What's the first word that pops into mind? And then what does it mean to you? Because the word beautiful, in a real sense, most people think of physical beauty. This has nothing to do with my hair or my size or my looks or if I have wrinkles or not. This has everything to do with inside myself and the actions I take, what drives me. And so these are things that I actually recorded and I was listening to on a daily basis. This was written in a time when I was going through a tremendous amount of turmoil. I was getting divorced, and I had a lot of insults being hurled at me at the time. And so it was difficult for me not to listen to some of that and to take a lot of it at heart. I mean, I was hearing that on the daily. I was going to court for it. I was doing all kinds of stuff, and I hated it. And so these things came out, and so I literally wrote them down, put on a small paper, put it in my wallet, put it in my car, put it in my pocket, had it in my purse. I had it up on my mirror, and I had it at my nightstand. And I would go through and read these out loud every single day. And I would feel the emotions of what beautiful meant to me. And if I met a person that I felt like fit this description, what would I feel? And so when I did that, I was able to really tap into a different side of myself. And I wasn't having to listen to or at least absorb what was being said at me or hurled at me at the time. And so it made a huge difference, and it helped direct my path and my life in a different direction. Instead of having the circumstance that I was going through affect me in such a negative, dramatic way, this really counterbalanced that, and it actually won out because I wrote about it again a couple years later, which is what I'm reading right now. I just rewrote those 5 things out because the piece of paper, quite frankly, was getting pretty worn out. So I want you to take a look at your own life. What is the very first word or first 5 words that come to your mind that describe you? I want them to be positive. I don't want them to be future. I want them to be right now. It's got to be present. I am beautiful. I am strong. Now, I will be strong. I was strong. No, I am. There's so much power in the words I am. And so it's literally God's name, Yahweh. I am that I am. So I am beautiful. I am. Think about that for a second. So literally that's from Dr. Wayne Dyer. He started public speaking and writing books in the 70s and when I was growing up. And I actually heard a lot of negative things about him, but I listened to him on a regular basis at this point. And so he talks about how God lives within us. And so God literally breathed himself into us. It literally says that in the book of Genesis. God breathed his own spirit into us. And that's how we got the energy, and our cells get the energy that it does. And the emotions that we have, energy in motion, emotions. And so I am that I am is Yahweh. That's God's name. So let's put that into our own sense. I am beautiful. Yes, I am. I am strong. Yes, I am. So what are the words that come to mind for you? What is it that you feel like this really totally describes you? Now, this has nothing to do with someone else's opinion. This is all about you and how you feel about yourself. Must be positive, must be present. And then I want you to write down, do it below in the comments, do it in your journal. I want you to write down what that word means to you. What is your own personal definition? Okay? I wrote down, I am beautiful inside and out. I love deeply, passionately, fully, and with all my heart. I care. I desire only the best for those around me. I think that's something that is extremely beautiful. And when I see it in other people, I absolutely love it. It's so, to be quite honestly, rare. And so I attain that to beauty. So what is your words? Ideally, you want to get to at least 5. Positive, intentional, present, and what does it mean to you? Look, if you've gotten any value at all from this video, I want you to hit the thumbs up button, hit the like button. It sends it out into the YouTube universe, and more people get to hear this. This channel is all about positivity. It's about mindset. It's about changing the way you think about yourself and about others. And maybe, just maybe, you can connect with God a little bit closer and a little bit better in a walk, in a journey with you and him. So it's about encouragement. I love to encourage other people. And so that's what this channel is all about. And what I learn, I share with you. And so hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please, oh please, oh please, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. I am working hard at putting up videos every single day. Some are between 10 and 20 minutes, right in there. And I'm going to start doing some daily affirmations. So obviously I've gone over on this one. I'm not doing it in this one, but we're going to do maybe tomorrow's we'll do affirmations. Those will be a lot longer because I want you to listen to those in some headphones while you're getting ready or while you're going to sleep. We'll see if I got the voice for that. All right, we love you. Hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button and the bell notification, and share this with some friends. Us ladies especially, we need to encourage each other. And this is one way to do it. Share it with some friends and write down your own personal affirmations. Mwah, Pamela DeVrou Smith. Bye.